Good day to you. This is teacher Leland Alejandro, and we're going to discuss today slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. So the problem set we're going to see after a little while. Right, so let us start from here and then let's check the total. Let's see the total of this. Okay, this is about how many numbers? We have about 12 numbers. Okay, 12 questions. All right, so let us start from the very beginning. First number, one problem per screen. Solve the following. Okay, let's begin here. All right, what statement best explains the relationship between lines y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 4 and y is equal to 3x plus 2? Okay, let's examine the two lines. We have the first one, y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 4. That has a negative slope, negative 1/3. And so that should be sloping downward to the right, okay? And then the red one is y is equal to 3x plus 2. That's the one that slopes downward to the left. So they look perpendicular. That means they're forming right angles. They're at right angles to each other. And we shall examine the slopes here. All right, so the first line is y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 4. And you can see the format is slope intercept form. And that's of this form. And we can compare the equation and the formula. And we have the slope here, which is negative 1/3. Negative 1/3. And this is the first line. The second line has this equation, 3x plus 2. And it also is of this form. So the slope of this is equal to 3. Okay, notice the slope of the first and the slope of the other. And you can say that it is negative reciprocal of each other. Okay, negative reciprocal. So that means if you concentrate on the second, okay, negative of this is positive, and the negative of this and its reciprocal, this is 3 over 1, okay? 3 is 3 over 1. The reciprocal of this is 1/3. And if you negate that, that's exactly this one, okay? So that means they are at right angles to each other. They are perpendicular lines. So what statement best explains it? Okay, their slopes are negative reciprocal of each other and they are perpendicular lines. Okay, that should be the statement. All right, and that's the explanation. Okay, now we can see the answer. All right, there. The slopes of the lines are negative reciprocal of each other and they are perpendicular lines. Okay, that goes to our first number. All right, now you just have to practice about reciprocals. Okay, practice about reciprocals. So in finding the reciprocal, you have to interchange the positions of the numerator and denominator. So for example, if we are actually about to study reciprocals, what do we mean by this reciprocal? Okay, now the slope, say for example, is 3/4. If it's perpendicular, then it's negative reciprocal of this. So the reciprocal is 4 over 3. And you're supposed to negate this. If you negate the positive, then there. This is the required negative reciprocal. Okay, let's have another example. Let's have another example. Let's say the slope is 7, negative. What is the negative reciprocal of negative 7? Now, first, we have to determine the equivalent ratio of 7. This is negative 7 over 1. There. And so the negative reciprocal of this, the negative reciprocal is 1 over 7. Okay? This is the required negative reciprocal. Why? Because if you negate this, negate that, and then interchange the numerator and denominator, then that will be the negative of the negative, and then get its reciprocal there, that becomes positive. There. And that's it. That's why negative reciprocal. Okay. So first you will change the sign and then exchange the numerator and denominator. Okay. Now let's have one more. Let me clear the screen. All right. Let's say the given slope is 5 over 7. What is the negative reciprocal? The negative reciprocal must be okay, 7 over 5. And then you have to reverse the sign. From positive, it is now negative. There. This is the required negative reciprocal. All right. This is the very nature of getting the negative reciprocal. If it comes from a negative number, for example, if the number is negative, say for example, negative 3, 8, what is the negative reciprocal? Negative of negative, that becomes a positive. And then 3 over 8 is 8 over 3. There. So from negative, it will become positive, and then you will have to interchange the numerator and denominator, okay, to get the negative reciprocal, okay? All right. Okay, let's have the second number. Let's proceed to the second. Okay, here's number 2. What point on the y-axis lies on the line that passes through point -6, -5, and is parallel to the line y is equal to 4/3 x minus 4. Now, you can see the problem parallel to. That means we're going to use the same slope, okay? We're going to use the same slope, 4 over 3. So from the given line, this is the given line. This is the given line, and you can see the format there. That means our slope here is 4 over 3. Okay, we're supposed to get a point on the y-axis. What point on the y-axis? Okay, therefore, we're looking for this type of point, 0, B. All the points on the y-axis has the value of x 0. So we're just looking for one number for the letter B, okay? And we have a given number. The given number is in terms of the point -6, -5. So this is the extra given. And the requirement in the problem, a point on the y-axis lies on the line that passes through this point, okay? And is parallel to this line. So that means we can use the slope formula. And this is the slope formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we can use these 2 points, okay? And we can label this our x1, y1, and then the 0b, we can use this our x2, y2, there. Okay, so substitute in our formula. Our m is the slope 4/3 of the given line, and this is equal to, let's get our y2, it's b minus our y1. Our y1 is -5. And we have x2. x2 is 0 minus x1, which is -6. There. We have used the numbers in our formula. We have one unknown b. We can solve for b. So this is 4/3. And this is b minus -5 is a plus 5. And this will be over 0 minus -6. That's just a positive 6. There. All right. So if you're going to continue, we cross multiply. Okay. We cross multiply, that should become 4 times 6. 4 times 6. That's equal to 3 times the b plus 5. 3 times the b plus 5. There. And so we can simplify this by division, dividing both sides by 3. Okay. That becomes 24/3. That should be about 8. Now the right side simply cancels out the 3. Right side is b plus 5. And so after subtracting 5 from both sides, we have the answer equal to 3. Okay, so -5 minus 5, this is 3, equal to b. Okay, and so the value of b is simply 3. Okay, all right, so this is now the answer. 0b is equal to 0.3. There. And so this point must be somewhere here. Okay, it must be somewhere here. There, 0.3. And if you're going to solve this graphically, if you want to solve this graphically, then you can draw a straight line. All right, you can draw a straight line here, and you can use here the slope 4 and then 3, like that. Okay, 4 and 3, and you can actually start putting the line over there. Okay, like this, and that's it. It passes through 0.3. Okay, this is graphical solution, and you can see that that point over there is the 0.3. Yeah. All right, so there are ways to do it. You can do it graphically like this, or use the formula, which is using this one, this formula over here. Okay, so how do we check? We can verify it. There, the computer shows it over here. That's 0.3. Okay, that's the point, 3 units on top of the point of origin. All right, so let's continue with the third. Let's continue with the third. Okay, here's the third. which point is on the line that passes through 0, 2 and is perpendicular to line y is equal to negative 5x minus 6. Which point is on the line that passes through 0, 2 and is perpendicular to line y equals negative 5x minus 6. All right, so we can get here the slope, okay? Our slope is negative 5, okay? It's negative 5 from the equation. The given equation is y negative 5x minus 6. Okay, perpendicular to the given slope, the slope here is negative 5. So to get the perpendicular slope, it should be the negative reciprocal. If you negate a negative, it becomes positive. And the reciprocal of 5, okay, is 1 over 5, okay? There. That's the required slope of the perpendicular, okay? So we can actually draw a line, okay, which has a slope of 1/5, and we will make it pass through the point 0, 2, okay, 0, 2. And so we're going to attempt to do that. Okay, first we will try to see where the 1 over 5 is located. Okay, and we will have to make it pass through the point. Okay, let me draw it here. 1, let me move that. All right, 1 over 5. There, okay, 1 over 5. Let me make the short one clearer. Okay, there, and then over there, and then let's move it upwards. Okay, that's 1 over 5, okay? 1 over 5. So we're going to use now the two ends of the angle, okay? So this is a 90-degree angle, okay, which describes the slope 1 over 5, okay? So we can actually draw from here like this, okay, there. And you can actually locate the point, okay? It looks like there's a point at the first quadrant, which is 5, 3, okay? 5, 3, all right? So you can see the point 5, 3 there. And that should be somewhere here. There, okay? 5, 3. So we shall choose the letter C, okay? That should be the required point. There, okay? Because the question is, which point is on the line that passes through 0, 2 and is perpendicular to y equals negative 5x minus 6. So this is a graphical solution where we try to draw a perpendicular line to the blue line and then observe the points which can be made to pass through this line, okay? If you're going to locate one by one, you can try it also. 6, 8 must be somewhere here. That's far out, okay? 6, 8 is somewhere here, there. That's not a point on the red, okay? That's letter A. So you can cross out the A. And then 8, 2, where is 8, 2? 8, 2 is somewhere here. There. And that's far out from the red line. 5, 3 is exactly on the red line, okay? 5, 3. You can locate that over here. There. That's where the 5, 3 is. So letter C is the answer. And 4, 2, 4, 2 is not on the line, okay? Where is 4, 2? Let me remove the triangle. Okay, 4, 2, that is somewhere offline, over here, there. That's 4, 2. So 4, 2, also not the answer. Also 8, 2. So the answer must be letter C, okay? It's 5, 3. And we can verify that. You can see the asterisk there. You can look at letter C and you can see the asterisk blinking. That means that's the answer. All right. So this is the required point, 5, 3. So we did this using a graphical solution. Okay, a graphical solution. Is there any other way? Well, you can use some of the points. Okay, you can try using the points there. All right, I can show you another way of doing it, or at least we can prove it. All right. So the line that we have a while ago, I already erased it, but we can find that point. All right. All right. We have a point given 0, 2. The given point is 0, 2 there. And then we have the given line negative 5x minus 6. Now, the slope of the line perpendicular to this given line is the negative reciprocal. So from negative, if you negate that, that becomes a positive. And then the reciprocal of 5 is 1/5. There. So the required slope for the perpendicular line to the blue line is the positive 1/5. Okay. Now, if you're going to use the slope formula together with the given point and this perpendicular slope, we will be able to verify. Okay. All right. So let's say, for example, we're going to try our answer a while ago, which is 5, 3. And this goes to letter C. Okay. That's the answer. That's our answer. All right. If we're going to use this together with a 0, 2, we can label the 0 to x1, y1, and label the answer x to y2. There. And then we can use the formula. M is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. If you substitute the points now, y2 is 3 minus y1, which is 2. And then at the denominator, you have x2, that's 5, minus x1, which is 0. Okay. We can easily show that this is 1/5. There. Which shows this slope here. Okay. Which is 1/5. And so the correct point is actually 5, 3. That's the answer. Okay. So you can always find a way to verify your answer. And so the answer here is the answer is the 5, 3 point. Okay, that goes to our number 3. You can always draw graphically. Okay, you can draw and check the 1/5 there. You can check the 1/5 there, right? And surely it passes through 5, 3. Okay. Now, where is this 1/5 that I'm talking about? It's the same right triangle that I have displayed a while ago. 1 and then 5th. Okay. There. So 1 over 5, okay? That's the slope. The vertical distance is 1 unit. The horizontal is 5 units. So that's how to determine the slope, okay? All right, so this goes to our number 3. Let's continue with the next number. Let's have number 4. Okay, here's number 4. Which line is parallel to a line that has a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept at 0, 1? Okay, all right. So we shall try to draw this condition. A line with a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept at 0, 1. Okay, first we shall locate 0, 1. 0, 1 is over here. There. Okay, if you can see the red dot that I placed, it's right there. How about the 3/4? The 3/4 is 3 units vertical and 4 units horizontal. Okay. All right. Let me show you the 3/4. All right. Let me draw the 3 and 4ths. All right. Let me just okay, 3 and then the other one is over here. Okay, there. All right. The vertical is 3 and the horizontal is 4. Okay. Now the ends of the segments that I place can be connected, forming the line. Okay, forming the line. All right. So let's do connect this. All right. So this must be about starting from here. 3/4. Okay, 3, like that. Okay, and let me just do a little adjustment going up. There. Okay, it must be that line. Okay, a line with slope 3/4 and an intercept at 0, 1. So where's the point 0, 1? It's 1 unit above the point of origin. Okay, all right. Now, if you're going to investigate which line is parallel to this big red line, okay, there are 4 lines in our rectangular coordinate system: the green, the thin red, the thin blue, and the yellow. Okay, so which line? It looks like the yellow is the one which is parallel. Okay, why? Because the slope of that line is also 3/4. Okay, you can very well see that particular line, and I can also show where the 3/4 can be seen here. Okay, you can select points. You can choose this point. Okay, you can choose that, and you can also choose this there, and then make a vertical and horizontal 3/4. Okay, so you can try doing this 3 and then 4ths there. Okay, so surely the yellow line is the answer, and you can very well see from the choices. Okay, there's only one line there with 3/4. Okay, it's the letter D. So that should be the answer, and that goes to the yellow. Okay, you can see Y is equal to negative. That's positive, right? That's positive. Y is 3/4 x minus 5. Okay, and the slope is 3/4 there. The y-intercept is -5 there. And you can see it right here. You can check on the y-intercept of the yellow. Okay, you can check it over here. It's at 0, -5 there. Okay, that's where the y-intercept is located. Now the slope 3/4, I already made the 3 and the 4. Okay, so you can easily check that the yellow line is the answer. Now we can verify that also. Okay, you can see the asterisk. All right, that's that tiny asterisk in front of letter D. That means that's the answer. All right, so that's it. Now to make things easier, all right, once you have the opportunity to check the slope, there is 3/4. If you're going to observe the choices, the rest are different. It's the only one with the 3/4 there. That's why that's the answer. All right, so let's have number 5. Let's continue with number 5. All right, here's number 5. Which line is perpendicular to a line that has a slope of 1/5? Which line is perpendicular to a line that has a slope of 1/5? Okay, if the given slope is 1/5, what could be the slope of the line perpendicular to this line? It must be the negative reciprocal, okay? The negative reciprocal of this, first it's a positive, so this will become negative, okay? And then 1/5 is 5/1, okay? Or simply -5. So simply look at the line with a slope of -5. And that looks like the letter B, okay? There. So that's the answer, all right? That is this particular line, which is perpendicular to a line with a slope of 1/5. It must be -5/1 or simply -5. So letter B is the answer, okay? Letter B is the answer. And we can verify that, okay? You can see the asterisk, all right? That's the answer, all right? Okay, so that's it. We shall continue with the next. Let's do number 6. All right, let's do the next number 6. All right, here's number 6. Which line is perpendicular to a line that has a slope of -6/7? Okay, -6/7. All right, you can see the green, yellow, blue, and red. Okay, those are the choices. Okay, and if you're going to investigate this, okay, if you're going to check this out, let's examine the given slope. Which line is perpendicular to a line that has a slope of -6/7? First, if you're after perpendicular, you will have to compute for the negative reciprocal slope. So negative of the negative is a positive. And the reciprocal of 6/7 is 7/6. There. So this is the required perpendicular line. And so this is simply 7/6. If you're going to choose from the choices, you have letter A there, okay? It's letter A. That should be the required line, okay? Now, if you're going to verify which is which here, the one with negative 4x minus 2, okay? That should be the yellow, okay? That should be the yellow. So if you're going to connect this one by one, okay? The one that passes through slope intercept of -2, that's the yellow, okay? And then the green has a slope of, how much is that? That passes through 4, okay? That's a -3/4. So this is the green. This is for the green there, okay? The slope is -3/4. 3/4. Okay, you should know how to check the slope by using the grids. Okay, that's a negative 3/4. Now the 2x plus 3. Okay, the 2x plus 3 is actually for the red. Okay, this one. This is for the red. There. Okay, that one passes through a y-intercept of 3. Now, how about the A? That must be the blue. Okay, let us change our color, but we will not change the answer. Okay, we will just change the color that we used. We're now going to use the blue, and that goes to the blue there. Okay, it's the one with the 7/6 slope there. Okay, so this is actually the answer there, and that was obtained from here. Okay, it's the only line with a slope 7/6 positive, because the letter A is y 7/6x plus 6 there. And you can see this slope right there. It's a positive 7/6. That is the line perpendicular to a line with a slope of -6/7. All right, so how about verifying our answer? There, you can see the asterisk, okay? The tiny asterisk in front of the letter A, that indicates that that is the answer. Okay, so let's continue with the next. Let's continue with number 7. Let me clear the screen. We're going to continue with the next number 7. Here is number 7. All right, so the following, a line has a slope of 5/3. 5/3. Okay, which ordered pair could be points on a parallel line? Okay, which ordered pair? So letter A has 2 points given, letter B has 2 points given, letter C has 2 points given, letter D has 2 points given. Now, a line can be drawn if there are 2 points, okay? If there are 2 points, then we can draw a line like that. Okay, we can choose 2 points at a time and then compute for the slope. And whichever gives us 5/3, that's the answer. Okay, all right, so let's do that. Okay, we can make use of, let's start with letter A. Okay, letter A has 2 and -1. Also 4, 9. Okay, now the formula for slope, that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so we shall just label our 2 points here, x1 and y1 and x2, y2, and then use it in our formula here. Okay, all right, so m, okay, let's start with y2, that's 9, minus, let's get our y1, it's -1. Okay, let's go down to the denominator, x2 is 4, minus, get our x1, it's 2. All right, simplify, 9 minus negative, that means 9 plus, and this is 4 minus 2, that's 2. We have here 10/2, which is 5. Our computed slope is 5. So that means letter A is not the answer. Okay, letter A is not the answer. That's how to eliminate, all right? Okay, so let's continue with B. Okay, let's continue with B. All right, we have here -3, 0. Let's take this our x1, y1, and let the second point 8, 7. Let this be our x2 and y2. Remember, a given point is always x, comma, y, okay? So our x1, y1, that's the first point. x2, y2, that's the second point, indicated by the numbers, okay? That means point 1 and point 2. Now, using the same formula, okay, we shall have m, okay, y2 is 7 minus y1, 0, x2 is 8 minus x1, negative 3. This gives us 7 over 8 plus 3, which is 7 over 11. All right, 7 over 11 is not 5 over 3. Remember, we're after this slope, okay? So just the same, letter B is not the answer, all right? So let's continue with letter C, and let us use some space over here. Let me just put a fence over there. This is now our letter C, okay? Let's see if it's going to fit here. So for letter C, we have 3 and 2. Let this be our x1 and y1. The other point is 6, 7. Let that be our x2 and y2. Okay, using the same formula M, okay, using the same formula, all right, y2 minus y1, that looks like 7 minus 2. x2 minus x1, that's 6 minus 3. And we have something like 5 over 3. And there you are. We were able to get that 5 over 3 there, okay? And so this must be the answer. Letter C satisfies a line which contains 3, 2, and 6, 7. So this is the answer. There. That's 3, 2, and 6, 7. Okay, we can verify that by looking at the asterisk there. You can see the asterisk in front of C. I hope you can see that tiny red asterisk there. Okay, I will make it blink. There. Okay. Okay. So that's the answer. 3, 2, and 6, 7. The question is, which ordered pair could be points on a parallel line to a line which has a slope of 5 over 3? Okay, so that gives us our answer. So for this question, number 7, letter C. Okay, let's continue with the next. Let me clear the screen. Let's proceed to number 8. All right, here's number 8. Solve the following. A line has a slope of negative 2 over 3. Which ordered pairs could be points on a line that is perpendicular to this line? Okay, a line is a slope of negative 2/3. So this is the given. Let's change color. Let's try using red again. Okay, the given slope is negative 2 over 3. Okay, which ordered pairs could be points on a line that is perpendicular to this line? This time it's perpendicular. So we need to get the slope perpendicular. That should be negative reciprocal. So from negative, we will negate that. It becomes positive. And reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. There. So we shall try to come up with a 3 over 2 using these points. Whichever gives a 3 over 2 slope, then that's the answer. Let's start with A. Okay, the first point is negative 1, 0. We shall label this x1, y1. The other point is 8, 4. 8, 4. We shall label this x2, y2. There. All right. So let me change that. That's 2. There. All right. Now we can use the same formula and for slope y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. Let's see if we will get a 3 over 2. All right. This will be y2 4 minus y1, 0, over x2, that's 8, minus x1, which is negative 1. This looks like 4 over 9, okay? 4 over 9, okay? And that's not 3 over 2. Therefore, letter A is not the answer, okay? Let's proceed to the next, letter B. All right, let's do it over here. Okay, we have 1, 1. That's our x1, y1. We have our other point 3, 4. And this is x2, y2. Okay, using the same formula, m, that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, y2 is 4, minus y1, it's 1, divided by x2, that's a 3, minus x1, 1. This is 3 halves. There. That looks like the one which satisfies this slope. Okay, and so the answer is letter B. There, that's the answer. Okay, all right, so we can check that. All right, you can see the asterisk. All right, that's where the asterisk, letter B. Okay, and that's it for number 8. Let's continue with the next number. Let's proceed to number 9. Here's number 9. Read the problem. Which point on the x-axis lies on the line that passes through negative 4, 3, that's the red point, and is parallel to y equals negative x minus 5. That's the blue line. Okay, that's the blue line. So the blue line is given y negative x minus 5. We can clearly see the slope here. Following the slope-intercept form, that means our slope here is negative 1, okay? The slope is negative 1, there, okay? It's a negative 1 slope. Now, the question is, which point on the x-axis, okay, lies on the line that contains the negative 4, 3, and parallel to this line with the slope of negative 1. So we can use the suggestion, a point on the x-axis. So that point must be something like A0. Remember, all the points in the x-axis has a 0 y value. So we're sure it is a point with some value x, comma, 0. Okay, all right. Now, we have a bonus point, negative 4, 3. Okay, the bonus point is negative 4, 3. There. So we can use this and this to form the equation with a slope of negative 1. Okay, so following the slope formula, this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, the required slope is negative 1. This is equal to y2. Let's put labels first. Okay, let's put labels first. Let the A0 be our x2, y2, there. And let the negative 4, 3, the extra point, be x1 and y1. So we can now use it in the formula. So y2 is 0 minus y1, that's 3. And then we have x2, that's a, minus x1, which is negative 4. All right, and then we will solve for the a. So if we simplify this, we have negative 1 equals negative 3 over a minus minus 4, that becomes plus. And then we have negative 1 equals negative 3 over a plus 4. We can actually drop the negative signs and make them both positive. So we can just simply 1 is equal to 3 over a plus 4. And then cross multiplication, this will be 1 times a plus 4 is a plus 4 equal to 3. And we subtract 4 from both sides. And we have like a is equal to negative 1 there. And so the a in our assumed point is negative 1. So therefore, that's that a0 is negative 1, 0. Negative 1, 0. There. Okay. So negative 1, 0. And we can find this in the choices. That looks like letter C. There. So that should be the answer. Okay. All right. Now you can also do a graphical solution. Okay, knowing that our required slope is negative 1, it's over here. The required slope is negative 1, and just make it pass through the red point. Okay, so we shall attempt to draw that. So that could be drawn. Let me draw it. Let me start again. Let me start over here. Okay, it must be from here with a slope of negative 1 there. Okay, that looks perfect. Okay, that's a line parallel to the blue line, and you can see it passes through negative 1, 0. Okay, so where's negative 1, 0? It's over here. Negative 1, 0 is right there. Okay, that's at the left side of the point of origin, 1 unit. So it's negative 1, 0. So you can do a graphical solution. Okay, this is negative 1, 0 there. Or you can do computation just like what we just did. All right, that goes to our number 9. Let's continue with the next. All right, let me show you the answer. Okay, there, the one with the asterisk. There, okay, negative 1, 0. Before we proceed to the next number. All right, let's continue with the next number. Clearing the screen again and going to the next. This is number 10. Which point of the x-axis, okay, lies on the line that passes through the point negative 5, negative 6, and is perpendicular to line y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. Now, the given line is the blue line, okay? It has a slope of negative 1/2. The given point is the red point, negative 5, negative 6. It's at the third quadrant. It's the red point. Now, the question is, which point on the x-axis? So if we're going to assume a point on the x-axis, that will still be a0 again. That will be again a0, okay? Knowing that the y value in the x-axis are all zeros. Now, this point and the given point, negative 5, negative 6, can now be used there. And we're asked to get a perpendicular to the given line. So the given line is y negative 1/2 x plus 1. What could be the slope perpendicular to this slope? So the slope here is negative 1/2. Okay, so the perpendicular must be negative of this, and that will be a positive. And 1/2 becomes 2/1. So it's slope positive 2/1, or simply 2 there. So we're going to use this and the 2 points, okay, and the 2 points. So we shall just label the 2 points. All right, so let me clear the equation here. So we can label our points. Let's use this x1, y1, let this be x2 and y2. There. Okay, together with this slope, we can now solve for the a, okay? And we will be able to discover the required point. So we can still use the same formula for a slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we will use the slope too, and let us substitute our numbers. Y2 minus y1, that means negative 6 minus our y1, which is 0, okay? And then we have x2, that's negative 5, minus our x1, that's a, there. All right, so simplify this first. We will have 2 is equal to negative 6 over negative 5, negative a, and then cross multiply, okay? Cross multiply, we will have 2 times negative 5, negative a is equal to negative 6, there. And then we shall continue over here, okay? So we will have here negative 10 distributing the 2, and then negative 2a, and then this is negative 6. All right, so we shall add 10 here and add 10 here. Okay, giving us at the left side negative 2a, and the right side is just 4. And one more step, and we'll be able to get the value of a. So we shall divide here by negative 2. Both sides must be divided by negative 2. And finally, a is negative 2. And a0 must be negative 2, 0. There. And that goes to letter B. Okay? That should be the answer. There. All right. So that's it. How about the graphical solution? Now, in a graphical solution, you have to draw a line, and you will make it pass through negative 5, negative 6. And take note of the slope, that the slope of the perpendicular is 2. Okay? That's 2. So, if we're going to draw this, we shall try to draw it. Okay? That's 2, and then 2, and then 2. All right, it should be made to pass here. There, okay? That's a line perpendicular to the blue line, and you can very well see the slope. It's 2 over 1, okay? That's 2 over 1, this, okay? It's 2 over 1. And you can try projecting where that slope is, okay? You can see it over here. Let me draw one here. 2, okay? Let me repeat that part. All right, that's 2 over 1. There, okay? 2 over 1. So it shows you the slope of the red line. And so if you're going to observe it, it really passes through the point negative 2, 0. Okay? Our answer. Okay? Negative 2, 0. Okay? All right. At the x-axis. Okay? All right. So you can do it by computation or by graphical solution. So I hope you were able to see where the negative 2, 0 is located. Okay? It's somewhere here. There, okay? Somewhere there. Negative 2, 0. All right, very close there. All right. Okay, so let's do number 11. Number 11. And we can verify the answer with the asterisk there. That's letter B, okay? Negative 2, 0. All right. Okay, you can see it there. All right. Now we continue with the next number 11. Here's number 11. Which point on the y-axis, okay, lies on the line that passes through the point negative 2, 5 and is perpendicular to y is equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, which point on the y-axis? All right, we're looking for a point on the y-axis. That means the point along the y-axis has a 0 value for x. So 0, b. We're looking for this point, okay? All right. And the given point that we have is negative 2, 5. Negative 2, 5, there. So we can use these 2 points and use the slope perpendicular to the given line, okay? So if we label this x1, y1, x2, y2, and then the given line that we have has y equals 2x minus 6. All right, the slope here is 2. Now, if it's perpendicular, then it's negative reciprocal. That's negative 1/2, okay? Perpendicular is negative 1 over 2, okay? The reciprocal of 2 over 1. Then the negative of 2 over 1 is negative, all right? 1 over 2, all right? So that would be it. This is the slope that we're going to use. We're going to use these 2 points and use the slope formula. We shall be able to find the required point along the y-axis. So the same formula, okay, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, there. And m perpendicular is negative 1/2. y2 minus y1 means 5 minus y1, that's b, okay? And then x2 is negative 2 minus x1, that's a 0, there. All right, so we have an equation with one unknown b. Let us solve the equation. Cross multiply first. So negative 1/2 at the left side, and when we have a negative 2 at the denominator here. So further simplification will make this negative 1/2, and this is 5 minus b. Negative 2 minus 0 is simply negative 2, there. Now multiplying by negative 2 both sides, okay? Multiply both sides by negative 2, like this. And another negative 2 here. That left side becomes positive 1, okay? Because the number 2's will cancel out, and negative is positive 1. At the right side, the negative 2 cancels, okay? Negative 2 divides. We will only have 5 minus b. There, okay? And so we can subtract the negative 5 from both sides. And this will continue like negative 4 and negative b. Dividing both sides by negative 1, we have b equals 4. There. And the answer must be b equals 4, okay? And so our point 0b over here must be 0, 4, okay? And the answer goes to letter D. There. All right, how about graphical solution, okay? We were able to find the answers 0, 4, okay? How about a graphical solution? All right, we can do a graphical solution, okay? The slope is negative 1/2 over here, okay? And it should pass through negative 2, 5. So that should be like passing here at the corner, all right? Passing at the corner, passing to the point. There, okay? That should be negative 1/2. That's perpendicular to the blue line. And it looks like passing through 0, 4. Okay. Where is 0, 4? 0, 4 is right here. There. Let me exaggerate the point. Okay. So that's where the point is located. Okay. That's 0, 4. All right. That goes to our number 11. Let's go to the last number. Okay. Here's the last number. Which point could be on the line that is parallel to the given line? Our given line is y equals 2/3 x plus 3. 2/3 x plus 3. And passes through point 5, 1. It passes through point 5, 1. So we're talking about a parallel to this line. Okay, parallel to this line. Okay, let's try the graphical solution. Okay, graphical solution. If it's parallel, then we have a 2/3 slope also. A 2/3, and it will pass to the point. Okay, so it must be something like with a 2 vertical and 3 horizontal, positive. That must be 2, okay, over 3. It's like that, okay, over 3. That 2/3, and then we can use the endpoints of this, okay, building the or creating the right triangle and making the line. All right, so we can connect now this, make it pass to the point like that. Okay, let me try again. Let me draw the line properly. All right. Okay, it must have the slope 2/3. All right. Okay, 2/3, and then 2/3, like that. Okay. All right. Okay, you can see many 2/3 there. Okay, 2/3 and then 2/3. All right. And so let us find our point. Okay, where is 6,2? All right, 6,2 is not on the red line. It's above. Okay, it's above. So if you're going to observe it, 6,2 is, that's letter A. It looks like somewhere up there. Okay, there. That's where 6,2 is. How about 0, -1? 0, -1 is just below the origin. There, okay? So it's not on the red line. How about -4, -5? -4, -5 is right on the line. It's right here. There, okay? It's at the third quadrant, and that must be the answer, okay? How about letter D? 2, -3. That looks like at the fourth quadrant down here. Okay, that's 2, -3. It's down there. Okay, all right. So let me make that point not so big. Let me. All right. 2, -3 is just right there, and it's not on the red line. So letter C is the answer. -4, -5. This is our answer. Is there any way we can verify it? There is, okay? Using these 2 points, 5, 1 and -4, -5. If we use the slope formula, we should come up with the 2/3, okay? So let this be our x1, y1, and our answer here, let's put a label x2, y2, okay? All right, our formula for slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, all right, compute. We have y2, that's -5, minus y1, that's 1, x2 is -4, minus x1, that's 5. And this gives us -6, -9. Negative divided by negative is positive, and the factors of 6 is 3 times 2, and 9 is 3 times 3. Cancels 3, we have 2/3. There. That means this point here satisfies the slope of 2/3, combining it with 5/1. And so that's the right answer, -4, -5. So that's one way to verify the answer. All right, so that will be for our last number. I hope you were able to learn about slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. So see you later. I hope you were able to absorb the methods. Okay, thanks for listening and bye-bye.